Hello everyone. Hello Bob. Wonderful to see you already on Skype, and hello America out there. And I'm so excited to be here in Irvine, and thank you Evelyn for bringing me here. And it was really interesting because it's the Chinese New Year. I don't know if you know about it. It's the Golden Rabbit year. So everything about gold and Kaching Kaching is gold. You know, it's really, really powerful. And it was so interesting. A few weeks ago, I was actually putting my new fountain up. I was just moved, and I just wanted to put a new fountain up as a feng shui master and transformational leader. You know, fountains are really important for money. I don't know if you know that. So I put it up and I plugged it in, and the words that came to me was Kaching Kaching. Now, these are words I never use normally. You know, this was like, where is this coming from? And I started singing, Kaching, 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 Kaching. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This fountain will bring me Kaching, Kaching. And interesting enough, you know, within a week, I get this email from Evelyn saying, you know, you've been part of Shock to Earth. There is now a whole new way to connect it in with kachingkaching.com. I'm like, oh my God, there it is. My fountain is working. So interesting enough was like, all right, this is so great because I really felt, I'm a European, perhaps you hear my accent, I'm from Belgium, and I've actually moved back to the United States a few months ago, and interesting enough, I came back from Europe, and I was in 2009, 2010, back in Europe, in the south of France, and I came back to America, and I felt the fear that all of you have felt in. And I was so surprised that there's people that I know for several years that are so dynamic, are so engaging, are so excited about so many things. They have gone in fear. And you know, when I looked into Kaching Kaching and I hear what Bob is telling about adju's, I'm like, oh my God, this is the renaissance of America. These are the ways and the tools and the systems to get out of your fear. You know that? You know how excited that is? Because you have closed off your hearts to abundance. You really do. And I have had the privilege over the last 10, 15 years to work with a lot of billionaires, a lot of multimillionaires, and from many continents. I think from all continents, I've really connected very, very well to people. And they always have two things in common. One of the things is they have the mindset. They have the big way of thinking about things. But they also have the great heart. And they want to share. They want to share when they have an idea. And I have to tell you, when I looked into Kaching Kaching, and I looked into Bob, and I know who Pat is, this gentleman and all the people I've started meeting since a few days, they have these two things. They have the right mindset, you know, to really think, you know, I can do it, I can be big, I can be abundant, not just for myself, but also for my family and for my community and for the world. But they also have a love for themselves, first of all, and they have a love for others. And, you know, in having this billionaire's heart and billionaire's mind, you actually start thinking, how can I give to others too? Because it's not just about changing yourself. And that's, you know, the old way, just thinking about yourself. I need to have enough money. I need to have enough to survive. But also, I need to have enough to really have the next week paid, the next month paid, the next, you know, I have to have savings. That's all great. But also, how can I do it for others? How can I help others? It's all about transforming your life and impacting the world. And I can tell you, and I'm so excited about Kaching Kaching because I see this is a way to do this. This is a way to definitely have success, have great health because you can go green now and buy all these amazing, you know, things on the green store. But also to have great relationships because you're going to share with them ways to save money, to earn money, to actually start living their dreams. And you just have all this possibility. I'm so excited. I will be this week giving all my database, and I have thousands and thousands of people on my database, giving them their free stores. Wow! You know, and I'm like, what exciting is that? Because I've been looking to uplift people, to enlighten them, and I've done this through my wisdom, but I'm like, a lot of these people don't know how to make the next week, how to make the next month. And that was another exciting thing. It's not you get paid at the end of the month, you get paid out weekly. You get paid out in 96 hours in edges. You know, some people don't know how to make a living the next day. How many of you have that experience sometimes? Raise your hands. You have that experience. I don't know how to pay my rent, how to pay my mortgage. It's really that way. And we have shrunk our hearts to abundance. There's no mistake that each one of you is listening or seeing us at this moment or is here in this room. There's no mistake. You have put out a call to God, to the universe, to I don't know what you call that creator out there. You have put a prayer out. You have put an intention out. And perhaps you put it on your vision board. And when you have put it somewhere out there, you know, it always responds. What you put out will come back to you. And perhaps this is what comes back to you. But it's not just about listening to it. You have to get in action. You have to sign up, okay? Because action is part of it. And so one of the things I just want to share very briefly how I really got to where I was, you know, was having the prayer, having the intention, and then get into action. But about 8 years ago, I came to America as an immigrant. And I was like, okay, what goals do I have? Okay, and one of my goals is, since I'm 15, I want to transform the world. I want to enlighten the world. I want to have people a better life. And when I was, 8 years ago, I put a vision board up. You know, some of you have seen The Secret. Who has seen The Secret? Okay, read the book. The vision board is really powerful. So I put a vision board up in my success corner, and I put a little index card on it. Just very easy. And I put out, I will be in a movie seen by millions of people and will transform the world. It was very easy. So I put it up there, and within 2 weeks, you know, one of my first clients was actually somebody that's also in the movie and the book The Secret. But it's like I went into action. I just did all the things I needed to do, but I held the vision. But one of the visions is so powerful that things start happening and you start acting from it. So your vision should be to have kaching, 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 come on, kaching, 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 kaching. But not just once a month, every second, every, nanosecond, it actually is possible. And that's what billionaires have. They have the vision that there's a constant flow of abundance coming in, and there's a constant flow of love and sharing going out. And so this MLM, and I've seen many MLMs in my life, and I've been part of many MLMs, but this one just touched my heart. Because I see you can share. You can actually help your family right away. And you give it for free. And just knowing that you can go to Las Vegas for free. I mean, this costs a lot of money. And still they know their heart is there, because real billionaires have a heart in place. I work with a lot of billionaires. I can tell you they give millions and sometimes billions to charity.